Okay, here we are with another video. Hopefully I'm going to try to catch some things that I said I was going to do last time and I forgot to do it. So I'm going to try it this time. But this video is amazing. I was totally blessed doing this one. It was just amazing. So again, we're doing CodeFinder's Millennium Edition. I open it up. One of the first things you want to do is go to this little folder, open that, and then I always just use the Torah. Now there are other things in here that you can use. You can search the King James and just regular text. You can, both in Old and New Testament, you can search Moby Dick if you want to see, if what you're pulling up is found in other books. You can also pull up War and Peace. I think Moby Dick is in English and War and Peace is in Hebrew. I'm not 100% sure. I guess I can open it and see here just by doing that and saying the keyboard. Yeah, see, I get a Hebrew keyboard, so that one's in Hebrew. Let's go back up here and say War and Peace, or no, Moby Dick. We did Moses and open the keyboard. Oh, it doesn't even give me a keyboard because it's going to be in English. So I'm going to just search my name and hit enter. And it's supposed to come up, so we'll see. Takes a little time sometimes, depending on the words, and apparently my name's going to come up quite a bit in the book of Moby Dick. We'll see what happens. I have never searched Moby Dick, so this is my first time doing it. Yeah, came up quite a few times. So the smallest one is at 107 skip. So there I am on Moby Dick, and I don't have to translate any of this because I can read English. And I do not see anything that would make a word after my name. I couldn't make a sentence in there at all. I don't see anything. If anybody else does, more power to you. Crossways. I'm not seeing anything in there. Nothing like you see in the regular Torah. So if I go to the Torah, open that. Now, today was a funny thing. Today I woke up with flat Earth on my mind. It's been kind of a joke around her house. I have seen some of the videos and some of the explanations, and they just make me laugh. It just cracks me up because I don't believe the world's flat. But anyways, so this morning I woke up with that on my mind, and I did a search on the Earth. So drag that over. This is my search on the Earth. The Earth is stuck right in here in the middle somewhere. Let me go up here once and see the Earth. So the Earth, it's not in the middle, it's right here. So the Earth starts right here. And it's actually in two words for Earth in Hebrew. And the first part of the word is ball, and the second part is country. So it really translates over to English as ball country. Right there. Good old Earth. And then I started going down, finding all the different words or sentences. The Earth will melt. The Earth ball will fly. The globe is thick. The Earth is yours. So on and so forth. Sorry, flat earthers, but if your Earth is flat, you have a frisbee, not a ball. So, hate to break it to you, but that's what it says. But now here's where the fun comes in. As I was going down through all of these, I got to this sentence here that says, the most significant country. Now that's in this line here with Earth. And I thought, wow, what would be the most significant country? Top of my head, United States, Israel, those to me are the two most significant countries I can think of. But as I was going down here, right here, basically says, and I don't know if it means anything, but it basically says a word that's awfully close to Malaysia. And it also says to the Malay, which is the people, and that it echoes. That's all on this line here, crossing this top of most significant. So I thought, wow, that is just weird. There's got to be more information than that. Malaysia would be the last country I would think of and be more significant. So then I came to this right here. And the first part said, hang on, gotta find it, crossword. So it came down through here, it says crossword. And I thought, crossword, okay, so maybe I need a word that goes across the most significant country. So I started looking at these, and I didn't find anything. Nothing popped up that caught my interest. So I continued down this line that said crossword, and I got to crossword puzzle. I thought, crossword puzzle? That is just crazy. I am not a well-educated man at all. I have never touched a crossword puzzle. I know what they look like, but I couldn't read most of the stuff that's on crossword puzzles, let alone tell you another word for another word or any of that stuff. But I sat here in my chair looking at this, thinking to myself, crossword puzzle. Does God want me to do a crossword puzzle? So I went over here, and the first place I went is right here. And I typed in these letters, and I got this. Oh, hang on, it's coming. You obeyed. And I was like, what? I started a crossword puzzle. I obeyed what he said here. He said crossword puzzle, and I did here, and it said you obeyed. So I started doing these crossword puzzles, and I got things like, what is a woman? Through his fault. I got all these sentences. Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But as I did more and more, a lot of them make sense. Make a lot of sense to me. And I'm almost thinking some of this stuff is him telling me to look some of this up. I mean, I know what a woman is, but do I know what a woman is? And it actually gets into, it also asks what is the image of God in here? And there's a whole mess of what in here. So then I started thinking, am I in I mean, am I doing a crossword puzzle with God? Am I playing a game? Is this like the 80s movie of war games?
Transmit the sound. Shall we play a game?
Shall we play a game? So I started doing this, except mine wasn't shall we play a game? Mine was more like this.
You obeyed.
A little Google talking to me there. So then I just started looking around. And here I got national. You will succeed. Isaiah will be healed. I don't know what that has to do with. Another Isaiah will be healed. You will be successful through his fault. I would like to know. This is me right here. I would love to know everything. That's just what I do. I try to figure out and learn everything. I don't go by what other people say. I figure it out on my own. From the name of the Lord, it's written across this way. And this here was interesting because I am a machine technician, a mechanic for machines, and the names that came up in here, well, they're on top of each other, so you can't see them all there, but you can see them over here. There's a bunch of those what is a image of a Gentile, just a bunch of the what's in there. But this is basically me to learn mechanical one. For her sake, I'm always doing everything for my wife. Everything's for my wife. And in fact, when you get through here, it talks about my obedience to my wife and all that kind of stuff is going down through. But I am not going to show you my whole entire life in this crossword puzzle, but a lot of it's there. And the last one that I found before I did this was the winner. Now, it actually says you won in a shorter term, but when I'm doing these searches, I try never to do, like here, I did it because that was the first word that came up when I first started playing this crossword puzzle. And so I put it in there. But I usually don't put things in unless they are out further, because otherwise the search engine takes way too long, or it'll lock up because I have just so many 3-letter or 4-letter words that it just can't do it. But that all being said, now I'm going to show you what I was going to show you last time, or I was supposed to show you. Up here, if I go here, you can see here that this is the save button. So when you save something, you export your search results. And this one's grayed out. I can't save anything. And the reason for that is because right here, the winner, which is written in here, I haven't done anything with. I haven't searched it. So I need to hit the search button. It runs its cycle. And then when it stops, I can open this up. And now here's the winner. And like I say, it actually, right here, it says you win. But by going down further, I was able to hit the winner. Some of the things that I have found in a sentence is that when I'm doing a search, like you'll say you have won, and then the next couple letters won't do anything, and then it'll say the winner, and then it'll say you have won, and I won't get anything else. I mean, it doesn't matter what I add to it. It will always keep just saying the same thing over and over and over. To me, that's telling me that's the end of the sentence. There's nothing here but that I won this crossword puzzle. God's letting me win because he could beat me in this. But anyways, I just found this really interesting, that this crossword puzzle, and it was just something I've always joked about, is people who take the Bible and flip it open and point at a page and say, well, that's what God wanted me to know today. And I think, yeah, right. But today I learned that me just reaching up here and picking something and start typing it, there just could be a message for me today. Off here, just doing a crossword puzzle. So I just might just come up here to a blank page here and just start doing another crossword puzzle and basically see what word comes when I click here and type it in and click this way to cross it, and so on and so forth. Because this one turned out really interesting, and it has a ton of things in it. Like I say, I don't have them all up here on my screen because some of them are a little more personal to me, but just a ton of stuff came up related to my life in a crossword puzzle. Let's go back up here and make sure I'm not forgetting some of the other things I said I would say. Double spacing. See, I almost forgot it. Double spacing. In your settings, there's this row splitting, and I always click on disable. Default is auto, so it'll always come up as auto. I don't know how to program these, but apparently you can program them. But auto is default. And what that does, let me go back here to the, for me it's confusing, but what it does is it puts a space in between. So if I change this option, row splitting, to auto, it will do its little cycle here. And now there's a space in between these rows. And to me that's confusing because now I have extra letters in there. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why it's used? If somebody knows, let me know, because I don't know why you would use that. So I always disable that feature. And I wish disable was the default, because a lot of times I forget and I go in there and I get this extra rows in there. And that's pretty much it. There are other features in here. There's a calendar, so you can go and put in today's date, and you can say select, and then say select, and then close, and then that will show up down here at the bottom as a Hebrew date. And you can say OK and search. Now I haven't done this today to see if it shows up on my crossword puzzle. I don't know if God puts dates on his crossword puzzles when he does them with people. I don't see it. Let me see here. No, it's not in the crossword puzzle. So today's date is not in the crossword puzzle, but that is something to learn here, is that you can put in the date. I could also just put in the year, so maybe the year's in there. So close, do a search. And if it's in there, it will be in this list. Oh, it's in there. So how do we say the date? Oop. Right here. There's the year. This year on my crossword puzzle. Now, when I do those things, I always think to myself, well, there's a lot of mechanical people out there. This could be for anybody. But then I sit there and think, I am probably the only one in the world who is doing a crossword puzzle with God. And that all of these things that, yes, could apply to other people in their lives. But I doubt anybody else is doing a crossword puzzle. That's just my thought. Could be wrong. If you're out there and you're doing a crossword puzzle and you came across mine, you can let me know and say, hey, me too. I did the same crossword puzzle. That would be totally amazing because we'd be like linked spiritually somehow. Anyways, that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later. If I can figure out how to shut my sound back off. Oh, here we go.